Jeffrey Dahmer. Seems like everyone's been obsessed with this guy ever since the Netflix series came out. And is it just me, or the likable murderer trope is actually becoming a thing? I mean, we've all seen stories like this before. Dahmer is a Joe Goldberg, he's a Dexter. The only difference between them is that Dahmer is not a fictional character. And sometimes I wonder, what is it that we find so fascinating about these people? I feel like learning about the level of violence these people are involved in actually does something to our reptilian brain. It gives us the same rush as when we watch fights, sports, or anything that can get dark real quick. In other words, it appeals to our inner savage, that part of ourselves that we repress because of our morals and the fact that we live in a society. I mean, come on, we're civilized, we're not brutes. Why do you think people love Scarface so much? Because he didn't give a. What I'm trying to say is that we love these characters because they do stuff we could never allow ourselves to do because we know it's wrong and immoral. But at the same time, we can't help but envy how free they are, or they seem to be. Free to act on almost every and any impulse they have, regardless of the consequences. Now, back to Dahmer. If you look at the man on paper, he's really likable and relatable to a lot of people. He's nerdy, seems like the nice guy, looks shy and awkward, but at the same time, he's got some swagger about him. It's like a paradox. He looks so innocent and harmless, but there is an inner calm, confidence, wits, and darkness that emanates from him. This guy is literally a walking contradiction. I think the reason why shows like Dahmer Monster or You are so popular is because these guys are the perfect anti-heroes. To the audience at least. When you watch the show, you know that Jeff is bad, that he's a murderer. But there is a part of you that want to root for him. When you're watching You on Netflix, you can tell when Joe is about to kill someone, yet you still hope that he's not going to do it. You hope, you pray, you almost beg him to not do it, but you know what's going to happen. It's this emotional roller coaster that keeps us on our toes and keeps us wondering. And this brings the question, is Jeff Dahmer truly evil to the core? Or are there some underlying childhood traumas we aren't aware of? I mean, who knows? His father was a scientist and had a lab where he had animals that he would dissect. Young Jeff was exposed to these kind of things very early on. And eventually, as a kid, he would rather spend a lot of time dissecting animals as a hobby than playing football, for example. Is this where his obsession came from? Dahmer's parents' marriage was falling apart, and he started drinking excessively to cope with this situation. Is that what triggered the killer in him? Who knows? Is it when he realized he was gay and started entertaining thoughts of rape and dominance over other men? I don't know. But then again, he publicly admitted that he was always this way, that he had nothing to do with his childhood or any trauma that he experienced. He just had a lust for killing and dismembering people. What if this man was just pure evil, with no redeeming qualities, or no excuse as to why he's the way he is, except that it was nature instead of nurture? I just feel like sometimes we often fail to grasp the fact that some people are just forces of evil, just as some people are beacons of light. In both cases, they are here to maintain the balance of the universe. Be it evil or good. And I feel like Dahmer falls in the category of pure evil. I don't know what's ifs and buts. It just is what it is. He likes what he likes. He enjoys it. It's not revenge. It's not anger. It's not fear. He does this for pleasure. Anyways, thank you for your time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.